Hey guys, I haven't done a video in a long time on this thing. Done a lot of work to it, so figured I'd do a video. Things that have happened since I did a video last. This truck is now a stick shift. Did that swap about a month and a half ago with parts I've had around for about 5 years. Just had to strip the truck down. That's the one I drove out of a field in a previous video. Then I did this, put in power windows and locks. Something I've wanted to do for many years and just have never found the parts. But my dad was at a local wrecking yard and they had the parts just sitting there. They had a truck that was being scrapped, so he pulled them out for me. Oh, come on now. Oh, I got the wrong key. There we go. Ah, whatever, it's later. A couple other things that have happened. Had to put a new radiator in it, because that started leaking. So that's been replaced. Nothing really to see there. It's the master for the automatic or the manual, sorry. Gotta adjust this hood still. Nothing likes to close on this truck apparently. So you can see. Well, you can't see, but there's manual transmissions under there. Cut a couple 100 pounds, I think, probably swapping to that from the automatic. That, and I went all through the front end, put these nice worn premium hubs on it, put a bunch of new U-joints in it. Had to drop the differential, which is pretty fun to do if you know anything about these trucks. You got to drop the center housing. It's a Dana 44 housing. She absolutely loves opening these fuel caps for some reason. But this is the hood from that 89 I stripped out. I'm trying to sell this stuff because it's still good, but doesn't seem anybody wants it, unfortunately. These are the doors I pulled the power stuff out of. These are the doors off of the 89. I actually pulled the switches out of it because I needed some switches for mine. Some of the switches I had in those doors were no good. So that's about where we're at. Haven't really done anything else too exciting with it recently. Got to get it to the exhaust shop because the exhaust shop now sits on the cross member for the manual transmission. Another one of those hubs. Got them for free. They were actually in a pile of parts my dad had sitting around from a previous project. So can't complain about that. You guys, welcome back. Just another little video I'm putting together. I'm going to be working on doing a gear swap on my pickup. One of the original reasons I bought this truck, it's been in one of the past videos where I got it out of the field. Not sure if I ever mentioned why, but I bought it for the gears because it's 355, mine's a 308, and it's got the 5-speed manual in it that eventually I'm going to work my way into my pickup as well. So what I'm working on right now is pulling apart the rear end to get the carrier out and the pinion out. And then that'll go off to the axle shop, get put into the back end of mine. And then for anyone who's familiar with these, you know what I'm talking about. The pumpkin up there, it's Dana 44 high pinion pumpkin. That is direct bolt in into the front end of my truck. So that way I'll have 355s in it. It'll actually be able to do the highway. And it'll actually pull the trailer nicely. That's a whole trailer load of crap I just took out of the bed of this thing. Been sitting out in the field for 5 years, so everybody's been using it as a garbage can. Go figure. So, anyways, truth here. I don't know if this is going to be any good or not. If it's going to be all messed up. That actually looks pretty good. No rust in there or anything like that. So this one's a 355, just open. There's no limited slip in it, which is fine. Doesn't matter. I just mostly drew highway anyways, so that works for me. Looks good though. That's good. I'm happy. All right, cool. This is what we're doing to get the pinion off. Made a silly move and took the whole carrier out and everything before I loosened the pinion off. So it's a 1/16", 3/4 inch drive. Got that on there. It just came right off. So everything's going well. Kind of get an idea of why this truck is getting torn all apart. See if I can get the focus on that. No, oh, there it goes. You can see it's just a rusty mess. There's nothing left of it. So, good for parts. Gives me the actual gears I want. Give me the tranny I want. I think the 302 might even end up in a project my dad's building out of a Jeep. So, we'll see. Here's what we were after. We got him out. It's a really long nut on that guy. I never realized how big that thing was, but it's all good to go. So, book my pickup over there. Book that thing at the transmission shop one of these days so they can put that in for me. Did that so that the mice don't take up residence before I get the other pinions stuck back in there. So over the next month or so anyways, we'll get all this dealt with and get this truck taken apart and scrapped out, whatever is not going to be saved. So thanks for watching. So something funny that I never thought to actually put into video is that the rear end gears I pulled out in those clips were actually supposed to make their way into this thing the day after it was stolen from the shop that was supposed to do it. So that's the story on where this thing actually ended up being stolen from, was that gear shop. Those gears have actually not worked their way into this truck yet because I took them to another shop afterwards and they were actually no good. So I don't know, I guess that was kind of a waste of time, but whatever, it is what it is. It ended up turning into quite a gong show though. Never had so much trouble for something I didn't end up doing.